Witam, jestem Crukson i zapraszam do kolejnego odcinka z Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Tak jak mówiłem, obszedłem sobie całą okolicę. Na razie jeszcze nie rozpoczynam takich odcinków, że pójdziemy sobie na przykład zbierać jedzenie, czy pozbierać roślinki na nasze miksturki. Ze względu, że tutaj jest i tak odgrodzony obszar, gdzie dochodzę do pewnej granicy i sam nawet Henryk wyskakuje z tekstem, że bez Jana Ptaszka no nigdzie dalej nie pójdziemy. Więc tutaj dość malutki obszarek jest wokół tej miejscówki. Obszedłem, pozbierałem sobie na spokojnie jedzonko. I teraz tak. Jedzonka trochę nagotowałem, trochę już zjadłem. Oraz troszeczkę mikstur zrobiłem i zebrałem rumianku, szałwi. Bo nie ma co w też nieskończoność zbierać, ze względu tak jak widzicie, że to też ma datę przydatności. Także nie jest opisane ile, ale już widać, że to schodzi. Więc na razie nie zbieram jakoś mocno, wyzbieram ile się da, w razie czego po prostu sobie narobię, żeby iść na handel, jeśli będzie taki. A teraz mieliśmy zadanko położyć się spać. Więc w kimę.
I still feel a bit shit. I should get back into bed.
Z 1,5 godzinki, 2 godzinki tutaj w grze przeszedłem. A on czuje się co chwilę głodny ze względu, że ja tylko zbijałem głód. A nie karmiłem go do pełna. Bo nawet teraz jak mam... Ile mam? Ponad 60? No 70 powiedzmy, że mam jedzenia, a podjadłem. I on chyba jak ma 60 to już się zaczyna odzywać. Więc 40 do setki. I ja na tej krawędzi cały czas go trzymałem głodu. Lecimy do 7. Chyba że coś zaraz się wydarzy.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
Cieszę się, że robią taką retrospekcję z pierwszej części. Bo to co wszystko teraz widzicie, dla tych osób, które nie znają się z Kingdom Come Deliverance, to są wspomnienia Henryka z pierwszej części. Te wszystkie koszmary.
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Czyżby Paulina? Gorąca dziewczyna?
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. A nightmare.
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night.
Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Lepiej niż wczoraj.
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Co zdało się... Śliczna pani. Co najważniejsze? Miecz. To był taki przewodnik cały... Tak, miecz mojego ojca. Tak, bo wszystko wokół miecza się w tym śnie obracało.
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. It might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all. And swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
Nie, nie dbam o babskie gadanie. Henry, jak tak będziemy rozmawiać z Pauliną, to ty daleko nie zabrniesz. To cię Paulina nie wymasuje. Dziękuję. Pomyślę o tym.
Thanks, Pablena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on
Oj,
the
zupka
table.
pełna.
And I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Ja już na... wstajemy. Ja już cały dzień szedłem wczoraj na kaniach, wiesz? Na grzybach. Ty może też byś poszła na grzyba, co? Nie na jednego. Mam kanie. Gdzie ty? Ona powiedziała na stole. Na jakim stole? Na zewnątrz? Jedzą beze mnie! No nie wierzę. Najpierw zgara. Najpierw zgara. Patrz. Nie ma. Tam odparowało zupy. Dobra, idziemy do... Ej! Ja bym mógł teraz włamać się. Ale splendor. Chata pusta. Co wy na to? Nie, nie będziemy Paulinki tutaj. I Bożeny. O Boże, Bożenko, ale jak pięknie, zobacz. Ja.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us!
No dobra, już. To ty jesz to jabłko? Jesz to jabłko? Ja nie? Cebula, no to już było pewne. Poczekajcie, zaraz usiądę. To wam...
Henry! Stop fooling
do-
around and sit down!
Do niczego wam to niepotrzebne, nie? Matce weszło, to i córce wejdzie. Śniadanie z rana.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too.
Ja nie rozumiem.
I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that,
Oj, ze źródełka!
that's fair made. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojana told me what happened here yesterday. That's the 3rd time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The 3rd time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Ja w ogóle, oni mnie zaprosili do stołu. Siadam do stołu, stół pusty. Ja nie rozumiem. To tak, nie wiem, taka gościna ich, nie wiem. Albo żartują z rana. Od samego rana żarty im się trzymają. Ale jak mu smakuje woda ze źródełka, które jest teraz posoką nasączone, to przy okazji mógł się najeść czarniny. Żeby nie przedłużać. Nie. Pan Jan został pojmany przez Kumanów.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
Lecieć bajkę? Rządnik krwi zwyrodnialcy czy najemnicy z węgierskich stron? Najemnicy. Nie lecimy za bardzo z buforem.
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleyov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall,
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Jak to pan Jan oberwał strzałą?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside. backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Dzięki za dotarganie mnie tutaj.
Yeah, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Gelios, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena.
Dostaliśmy
This'll come in
przepis!
handy.
Woo!
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we
Chyba
met you.
zbawiennego
And
sznapsa.
we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing.
A wodę mogę? A
And
wo
you
nóż?
have rightfully
Deskę do
earned
krojenia?
the gratitude of the
Kufel?
House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskowitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do. So it's no
Idziemy
wonder
zobaczyć zbawiennego sznapsa.
Next time I'll come with You're not on your own. Anyone comes here
Podejść do księgi.
put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing
Ej,
he
ej.
wasn't here.
Odejdź od stołu. Dostałem na odwar.
An easier target.
True enough.
Czy ja muszę doczytać teraz co do księgi? Chyba tak. Bo no tak. Czy nie? Ucz się. Nauczyłeś się nowego przepisu. Zbawienny sznaps! Chcesz go zobaczyć w książce z przepisami? No pewno. Oj, wilcza jagoda. Zdrowia ci doda. Nie widziałem wilczej jagody. Na nieszczęście. 24 przepisy? Wow! O, się podjarałem.
Got a steady hand and an eye like a
Macie tu wilcze jagody, pani?
But you know how it is. The less
O Boże,
Boże,
Bożenko. I lecimy. Henry,
if anything does happen.
ptasz?
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Musimy wrócić po orzecha. O nie. Nad stawem widziałem Tota? Poczekaj, to... Czekaj. A, bo dobra, zacznijmy od tego. A nie, dobra, od drużyny.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Dobra. Nad stawem widziałem Tota.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
Wiem, że brzmi to dziwnie.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn
O,
to better things
reputacja
along the way.
wzrosła. Żelazne racje żywnościowe od Bożenki. Ale oni pięknie tą grę zrobili. Nawet parę grosiwa dostaliśmy. Zacna kobieta. Włóczyki, patrz. Henry Włóczyki. Deep Silver Presents. Ja, ale mam ciary. Później tu wpadniemy. Ptaszku. O ty! Pies ich pogonił.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
U nas podobny dworek, nie? Na tej samej budowie widzę. O, wstał. Przebudził się.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai! Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. Say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colors.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Nie mów, że się tam wkradniemy. No nie. Spić się jedynie mogą. W tawernie.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Oh, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Oblał go wiaderkiem z latryny.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Najpierw musimy się umyć i przebrać.
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
No to musimy zarobić.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Masz rację, nie. Jaki wstyd. Napadnięto nas.
A laughing stock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
Ja też ponoszę winę.
I'm just as much to blame for their deaths as you. We're in this together.
At least we should give them a proper burial as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
O, co ja tam widziałem? Już wyoczyłem. O, idzie.
What is it? What's that woman from the pond? Or the one you gave us away for?
Right there, that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Idziemy.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
You're the one from that pond.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment. I heard some talk about your captain.
Dobra, umyj się. Ależ smród, aż szczypie w oczy.
Men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha. So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
Teraz mogę z tobą porozmawiać?
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
Napadli nas
by those
bandyci.
bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
Zaatakowali was nad stawem.
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we, as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
No,
Here's your
ej, no.
wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Zawsze jestem gotowy.
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you worked your debt off, like I said.
Dobrze.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there
Nie
by
ma
the
co robić
gate,
wrogów.
there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Dobrze, zrobimy to.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Powiedzieć? A mówię, ze Skalicy.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life. But I know this place inside and out.
Słyszałem coś o weselu. To teraz atakować? Dobra, słyszałem coś o weselu.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Kim jest Semin?
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. They used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Gdzie odbędzie się wesele?
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Czy pan von Bergow będzie na weselu?
Will Lord von Bergov be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Czy ja mógłbym wziąć udział w tym weselu?
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Jak się tu żyje?
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here. And that's a big problem.
Gdzie tu znajdę pracę?
Where can I find work here?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me. So don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention
Kowal.
it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
To jedyna gospoda w tej okolicy?
Is this the only tavern here?
In Truscovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Co do
Is that
wesela?
all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
Dobra. Gdzie mam zanieść worki?
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Gdzie jest spiżarnia?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
Dobra.
I'll go and discuss
Idziemy.
it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. What can I get for you?
Tam trochę za ostro poszedłem z nim. Ze szlachcicami już widzę, że lepiej się płaszczyć, niż żeby ostro podchodzić. Usiądź. Czy ja mogę to szamać?
One beer.
Rozmawiajmy.
Talk to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Coś wymyślę.
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Dobra. Dobrze. Sam to zrobię.
All right, I understand. I'll carry them by myself.
I'm glad you know your place.
Although, a couple of sacks wouldn't kill you, eh?
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
Nauczyłeś się. Patrz, fajnie. O, ciekawe. Czyli podczas rozmów będę miał pewno większy bukiet odpowiedzi. Gdzie ja w tym jestem?
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
Miks 3 rzeczy.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labor, it wouldn't be such an offense against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favor.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
Czyli fajnie się zapowiada. Nie mogę wcinać, patrz. Fajnie się zapowiada z tym, że będę mógł podróżować z kimś. Nie samotnie.
Oof, that isn't half heavy. No.
God bless.
Kiedy jesteś przeciążony, nie możesz biegać. Spoko. Tu nie, tu jest pewno. O, odłóż na deski. Na drewienku, na drewienku. Pięknie. Ale ta Katarzyna. Oj, to dziewczyna. Zacna panienka. Czyli na razie walimy fuchy po to, żeby siebie ogarnąć, jakieś wdzianko mieć, ekwipanto, cudanto, dopiero będziemy mogli wejść w jakiś sposób, iść do kogoś, negocjować zaproszonko na ślub. Pijak. Mateusz. Woźnica. Z młyna.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer? The burden of proof is on the one who declares, not on the one who denies. So you see, I speak Latin. I just...
Kowal, ej! Dobra, będziemy ich ścigać po wiosce. Mogłem najpierw zagadać. O zadanka. Chyba, że jeszcze nie nie zawinął się.
Did you say? Say it again.
O matko.
It was their own fault. What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Uspokójcie się.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Did you hear? Apologize to him.
Oh no.
O matko. Nie w tą stronę, nie zdążyłem.
Take your numbskull friend and get out of our village. Right now.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on then.
You scum!
Patrz. Będą walczyć. Ptaszek. No nie, ja też. Dobra.
Wir werden dich ausnehmen. Slice him up. Now you yeah.
Poczekaj z jednym. Jeden. Hahaha.
I'll hack your ass off. Yeah. Don't embarrass it. Get serious. You're dead.
Drugi. Oj, nie, nie, tak. Spokojnie, spokojnie. O, pijak. Maresz? Ej, no, nie, dobra, nie czytaj. 3 wódki wjechało? Patrz. Styl pijanego mistrza. Chodź tu, chodź tu, chodźcie, chodźcie, chodźcie. Ty? No, ty kurczę, patrz, będziesz się stawiał tutaj. Dawaj. Teraz Mateo. Następny. Next. Bo nie mam czasu. Świniopasy. Do domu. O. Ci przyszli teraz. I będą tutaj dybać.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak? You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve.
If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Jeszcze go kopię, patrz!
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
Dobra. Niestety muszę w tym miejscu zapauzować, ale kolejny odcinek rozpoczniemy od razu tutaj. W dybach. O matko, świniopasów obiliśmy, jeszcze na noc. O, nie wierzę. A jeśli się podobało, sublaj komentarz. Do następnego. Stay tuned.